Holy Spirit.
Welcome to This, That, and the Other. I am your faithful co-host, Bryan.
This is Sam.
And as always, here with us today is the wonderful Jane. Jane, speak up.
Jane.
Speak.
Jane's busy.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, you can tell we're running with some clean sound, new guests, hot studio. It's a little hot in here.
It is a
Feel
little hot.
Warm. It's warm.
Might be the coffee.
I'll tell you why it's hot.
We are drinking hot.
Yeah, it's all the fucking
Chris,
coffee
guys.
running through
It's
our
just
veins.
Chris.
All right, guys, right off the bat, I want to thank you guys for downloading, tuning in, however you found us, whether it's
watch your feet there, buddy.
Our mass porn advertisements that we have up. You may have found us from our pamphlets or our stickers, which are now spread around town, Los Angeles style.
It's been going pretty wild. You are sweating.
Where are you putting them?
Everywhere.
Like,
Pop them. You got to
my-
check the feed. Check
I walked
the feed.
out of my job, like my work the other day, and like right on the meter in front of my work was one of our stickers. I'm like, this guy.
And he texted me. He was like, "I didn't think I did this." Like, and I was like, "You didn't do it. I did it." Like, yeah, I'm just zooming through town. But But right off the bat, I wanna thank our anonymous donor, Blue Duck, the worker from NASA. He was kind enough to donate a working sound system. Thank God. Yeah. We have an in NASA.
Yeah.
A fellow who goes by the name Blue Duck. He
Love it.
He's been with us since day one. Has been rocking with us since the get-go. So
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, that was real.
so we woke up to a nice little surprise
He was
on
tired
that.
of our bullshit.
And it was he was just fed up with the audio.
Essentially, he was tired of like listening and
Sending messages, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Look, guys, like I'll
So if
take
you
it."
complain about other things, he'll just keep replacing them.
That's the goal, right?
That's awesome.
Good setup.
Video, and then that way he can.
Nah, I
get
think
us-
we're on our end on that. So I do want to say thank you so much for that, Blue Duck. We're just gonna keep rocking, and hopefully we can keep making you proud. But today I have someone else to thank. Our buddy Jamie and
Hey,
his friend
Jamie.
Chris and the Hometown Boys, because they came
Hey.
back after that horrible debacle.
Well, Chris wasn't here.
Well,
No, I wasn't here.
I think he
Oh,
felt
tell me
it
about
inherently.
Tell me about this
Chris was
debacle.
here
What I
in
missed.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I just couldn't stop talking about him, so he was here.
Yeah.
No, but it's awesome because we felt so bad about the audio, and you're like, man, I need some clips, and I'm like, fuck.
That's perfect because I just didn't even listen to it, so
Yeah,
it could have been good.
I think I listened to two podcasts of ours, and then now it's just because I cringed the whole time. I'm like, did I say that?
I love it.
I
I
know.
can't get enough of it. I love hearing myself. I don't know why. It sounds a little fucking pretentious, but I mean, I cannot. I hear myself and I geek out because I'm so stupid. And it's there on paper now, and people know how fucking stupid I am.
Right.
So, but I get it. But yes, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you have a little applause for him? Hey, you're good. I like it. We're tuning her in. We're tuning her in.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
How you been, man?
Good, man. Just working my ass off on this and going crazy and hanging out with him and making funny little videos.
Let's meet this guy. Who is he? Who's this handsome gentleman?
Oh, hi. I'm Chris Dotson. I'm an actor and a writer. I've self-published a couple books that no one has read. I've been on a bunch of TV shows over the years.
I'm sorry.
They usually let me say 2 or 3 lines.
Okay.
I've yet to have more than 2 episodes on a TV show, but I'm still plugging away and then living the dream, and I'm happy to be collaborating with Jamie on Hometown Boys.
My guy.
Dude, yeah.
Which is the big winner.
I've come by and watched you guys work. It was an honor.
You were helping us.
Well, I was helping
Sam
in a
helps
way.
us with the videos, and he's awesome for that.
No, I stopped by, but no, it was cool. Like I know, like when you were in the trunk and everything, I was feeling I was like, damn, I'm feeling claustrophobic.
Oh,
for
yeah.
him.
That's my first time getting locked in a trunk.
Yeah.
That doesn't come naturally to you?
No, they don't teach that in acting class. They don't teach you how to get locked in a
Pull
trunk or
apart.
how to jump out of a helicopter. You'd think that they would, and I really wish more acting classes offered that, but someday.
Yeah, you were really good at that role.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, man. Even
glad to be here.
again after that last quagmire, we sat down as a team and you know we were like never again. So but thank you, and we're gonna dive into Hometown Boys in a bit.
Nice.
Cool.
You know how it goes though. Let's check in on everybody and see how it's going. Let's start with the quietest over there, the
Yeah,
mouse. What's the haps? How's it going? Let's get a little background music going.
Yeah, no, like because we were supposed to do this all through the iPad. And
Guys.
the last second, we were like,
We go live in 2 days, guys. This production goes live in 2 days.
There it is. That's good background music.
Guy. Here we go. I like it. Don't panic. Just breathe. Steady breathing. We've run this. How's the apartment hunt going?
That's actually yesterday was a big fucking day.
What part of town? Very nice.
Cool. Yeah. I live in Tarzana. It's a drive.
The spot.
Yeah.
Where's Tarzana?
Yeah. Tarzana. It's past the one. Yeah. It's like
Oh.
yeah, north of Encino, and then Tarzana.
This is
and then
Los
Woodland
Angeles
Hills.
Insider Neighborhood Talk.
Then you
Thank
gotta take the
Then you
101
I don't want to move out here. You know this shit.
down to Sepulveda, and then after that.
Yeah. And always take Fountain unless it's rush hour. If you need to get through town. Well, good.
The spot we found was fucking cool. Now they basically said we gotta choose because like they're like, well, we have people to choose from, so now we're just gonna look it over. We're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff's always it's like taking a test. You're like, just fucking let me know if I failed or not, so I can fucking
I'd like to know.
Oh, that's the other thing too, cussing. My bad, homies. As you can tell, I'm taking steps to become a better man.
Oh my god.
So there's gonna be a whole new
What
section.
chapter
This
are
is
you on? of the
sponsored
Bible?
by Jesus, dog. Been with us since the get-go.
What chapter is he on?
Yeah.
I feel like
Chapter
he's
14 is great.
Oh, I love that. And then when Voldemort dies,
Yeah.
it's really my
Yeah.
favorite part. That's what's in the Bible, right? Check in. How was the week?
It was cool. It's just been a lot of work. Hunting, writing, script, fucking shit. The Austin
Tuning
stuff.
in on that script.
Yeah, and so no, just a lot going on. And time's just flying by. 'Cause there's so much.
oh yeah.
I didn't know that I would have come and helped. I didn't know that you guys were shooting,
Oh
helping.
dude. Maybe this weekend we'll do another one.
No, I'm in it to win it. Chris, your week, my guy. How's it been?
Okay, I played in a charity golf tournament over the weekend, and I'm not a golfer, but it's a very laid-back tournament, and the guys offered me a deal, so I said, okay, I'll come play, and I played one round. I got 2 pars, which for me is like 14 hole-in-ones. So I was happy with how I played. They had a comedian perform that night. Her name was Mo something or other. Mo Welch, maybe? Does that ring a bell? Yeah, she was great. And then before I left, I shot a promo video with Jamie where in these promo videos that Jamie's done for his movie Hometown Boys, he's like kidnapped my character, like holding me hostage. And then in this new promo video, I've actually been kidnapped by someone else. So I just keep getting kidnapped by different people.
Who kidnapped you? Wait, I gotta watch this thing.
Yeah. We don't know yet. I don't know.
By him, I need
Yeah.
to see.
Someone kidnapped me from my kidnapper is what happened. Yeah.
The
So-
kidnap within a kidnap.
So have you tracked down your cat?
No, Mr. Snickers, is that the cat's
Yeah,
name?
Mr. Snickers,
is
not yet.
still unfortunately missing, but I have a good feeling about this. I think he's going to come back. He's going to find me somewhere, wherever I am.
Hopefully, right?
Homeward
Yeah.
bound Snickers edition.
He'll
Very-
be the
very
one who finds
optimistic.
them.
Yeah,
Before the
basically.
kidnappers.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find that
That
cat.
animatronic cat that she had. That
shit
was
Oh my
amazing.
God.
That should be Mr. Snickers.
Yeah, so if you go on the Hometown Boys Instagram, you could find there's this picture of our actress Kayla Klein, and she had this like weird animatronic cat in the back of her car.
Get out of
So
town.
I turned it on thinking it didn't do anything. We're rolling, and all I hear is from the front seat, meow.
And like its eyes like blink and it moves and like furs and shit. It's weird.
It's
That's kinda
Black
weird.
Mirror shit.
Yeah, that's a little. Keep it, take it.
Probably looks like a cat.
Well, that's cool, man. Especially the golf. You know, I'm not much of a golfer either, but I like the idea of hitting a little white ball.
Yeah, like once a year.
Against
yeah,
the
just
man.
Take it all out on that white ball. Yeah.
Man.
You're like, I'd just be a caddy. Can I be a caddy? Just
Yeah.
give me that back.
And then my man Jamie, what's up? How's the week? I know you've been grinding, working hard on that Hometown Boys jank.
Grinding, working hard. Basically that, and that's it.
How's the
Honestly, it's
missus?
just my life has become just monotonous. It's just crazy.
It's all that.
It's all that, and I feel like it's only going to be that until we get the film funded and then definitely made.
Then it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
And that's my life. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then that's why all these filmmakers go on like these like month retreats to like Palm Springs or just
Yep.
Europe just to get away.
Yeah.
And I get that now.
Yeah.
Your fucking whole life is just.
I get a glimpse of like why they do that now. We'll say that.
And like now you have donors. You have people who are put money into you.
Yeah.
There's
organs.
there's a little more weight than just
yeah. We have 1 week left, and we have almost 80% of our entire goals.
Really
so
great.
Wow, that's awesome.
$20,000 and 720. Yeah, yeah.
They're at 16.
20K.
As of, like
$700.
yesterday or something.
We had what?
You were at 16, I believe, like as of yesterday.
I think we're 16 today.
Woo.
Yeah.
Really, really impressive.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
There it is. Awesome. I'll take
And
that.
then we for sure are going to jump right into that. But that for me. Quick. Nothing big. Just editing. Got a great clip show coming together of all our greatest moments from episode 1 all the way to episode 18.
Oh, nice.
And then
Catch up.
Yeah. It's the
Over
easiest
Memorial
way.
Day weekend, yeah.
Exactly. It's the easiest way. We're clips to put up so that it's hard. Listening to us for an hour is hard. I find that difficult, and I love myself. Like,
podcasts. That's the thing about podcasts. You got to be really invested to listen to a whole podcast. Like half the time, I'm in the middle of a podcast, I stop because I'm like, I'm over there.
Look at me. I keep forgetting to hold on. But now I'm like this, and I feel like we're having like a. All right. So let's plot the rebellion.
You
dude.
just look like a really funny comedian when you do that.
Well, I'm over here sweating like fucking George Lopez. Like sweating like Carlos Mencia when Joe showed up on the fucking thing. Yeah, but other than that, it's been groovy. Checking in. My apartment hunting doesn't start for a little bit, so I have like another month and a half before that kicks in. So I'm more concerned about how to deal with the dog and either getting a vest for him or just in my gut, I know push comes to shove, I'll end up having.
I think we found a spot that could do that. The best thing for the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot out there.
So I think that's something I'll probably have to eventually look into or deal with because
One of these apartments fucking offered this thing called Hello Alfred. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's an app. Anyway, they come once a week, stock your fridge, do your sheets, like just clean your house. You can ask them to do all this shit.
So it's like an Uber for maids.
Put shit up on your walls like nicely, or like mount your TV, and they offered this for free once a week.
Wow.
Like it was crazy.
Wow. At your new place?
No, not the new place. The place that we had to pass. It was a little too small, and but like we were like, oh my god, hello Alfred. So it's $180 a month if you bought this. But this apartment complex like did this for free. I was like, what? So essentially, you just kind of I don't need to
Eat the mic.
I'm eating my mic,
Eat the mic.
It's amazing, especially with you. You're always busy, and you're always busy too.
Do your dishes. That was it. That was another one. Yeah, they did your dishes. Like it was crazy. Like you're in a hotel.
Yeah. Full service.
$180 isn't that terrible too.
Yeah.
Considering, I mean, how often do they come? Like once a week?
Once a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, that means no dishes for a week.
But the rent covered that shit. I was like, what the fuck? So I have a butler?
Yeah.
Alfred.
In the wrong place.
Pretty much. That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
that's freaking sick.
Cause he was like, and a cherry on top, and he told us, and we were like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, what's the catch?
The catch is it's in Van Nuys.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the catch.
Catch is, and it's in Tarzan.
No, but they have pretty good neighborhoods over there. You'll be fine.
It was in North Hollywood, that one.
That was in NoHo?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Good. Sounds like everybody did good. Congratulations, we all survived. I like that. And I like things are moving forward for everybody. And, no, you're killing it. My guy. All right, now for our favorite part of the day, let's get some rants out of the way, man. Rant corner is pretty easy, bro.
Okay.
Do you have something that's like
get it out,
inside that you need to
because after this it's the interview part. And
Chris is actually a very angry guy.
I can
I've
tell,
gotten to know him a little
clearly.
bit, and he's just so angry.
You're the
so
first
yeah.
one to pull a gun out in the fucking post office.
You're Dustin Hoffman, you know?
What am I?
I won't go that far.
Yeah, eat the mic.
I've had a pretty good run of things lately. I mean, granted, I haven't made much money like in the last 3 years.
Okay.
I guess I could be upset about my income.
There we go.
But somehow I make it work. I have a lot of great parking in my neighborhood. I live in one part of Los Feliz where you can actually park. There's no metered parking. There is no street sweeping.
Oh, wow.
I'll repeat that. No street sweeping, no permit parking. So I feel really great about the parking situation.
All right.
But
a little opposite of a rant, but I love it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to like figure out
This is
something
some
I'm
LA
really
stuff.
pissed off
Like,
about.
Yeah,
first
we're
LA
diving
stuff.
we're diving deep into that.
Parking.
I don't mind washing dishes. I was washing dishes last night
Okay.
because I know you're just talking about that, and that's a
Yeah,
great
there we
service.
go.
But I'm in that 1% or even less than 1% that actually enjoys it. Like, I will go into my kitchen, I will set the timer on the microwave. I'm just be like, you know what? Today I'm just gonna do 15 minutes of dishes. So I'll set the timer for 15 minutes. When it's done, I'm done. I can go enjoy the rest of my day.
Yeah.
The pressure's off. I don't have all those dirty dishes hanging over my head. You know what I'm pissed off about? The laundry at my apartment. They raised the laundry.
Oh, what the?
It used to be $1.25 to wash and $1 to dry.
Okay.
Now it's $1.75 to wash,
Bastards.
$1.50 to dry. And I know why they did it, because there's 2 laundromats within walking distance of my apartment that both recently closed. So these opportunists are like, well, we can just jack up.
That's
we
fucked
charge
up.
our
Hey.
tenants.
That's more than 25. That's 50. That's a lot. That's a big
Yeah.
hike. Because like
Yeah.
normally like here or whenever they've been like 25 cents extra.
Yeah.
It's $1.25. Be like it's $1.50 now, not $1.75.
Yeah, they went up 50 cents. Just boom, no warning.
Phenomenal. I loved it. That's a good one. Yeah,
So-
that's a good
So I
rant,
guess
bro.
I'm
That
pretty
pissed
mad
me
about
off.
that now that I think about it.
Damn right.
The rising cost of doing laundry at your apartment
Yeah,
building.
yeah, because like it's $3. Because that's $3 per load in a lot of these apartments.
Yeah, my loads are
Oh,
free,
here it's
though,
$3?
if you know what I mean.
Here it's $1.
He's like,
dollar. What is it? $1.50?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
about $1.75 and then $2.
Oh, so maybe I'm just paying market value now.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just paying market. So I really don't even have that to rant
Hey,
about.
No,
But still,
it was a-
it still
You can-
keeps me up
I'm
at night.
still
though.
there, though.
Take that rant
What?
back.
Yes, there's also an app now that we can use just to pay. Yeah, we can pay through the. Well, you can pay
You
through
can pay
coins
through
or
the
through an
Wow.
app.
Wow.
We just
You're
got
living in
credit
the
cards.
future.
I know.
I
With
just
ours.
walked into the future by doing this
then,
podcast.
And then you can see when it's over. So you're sitting in your apartment going, "Oh, I got 2 minutes left." Yeah,
Right here in this
Yeah.
building.
in
That's
this
great.
building. It's right over there.
I want to see that after this. That sounds amazing.
Well, I liked it, man. I thought that was a good, solid rant, and I appreciate being reminded how much fucking laundry costs. That shit should be free, like Alfred Butler.
It really should.
One of these places that we saw, the one that we're really happy about, there was like a shared laundry room. He's like, "Yeah, it's free." We're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, free. Like, just bring your own things. Just be careful. Don't overload it." And we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, cool."
Oh,
That's
sounds
sick.
like
That's
Right.
beautiful.
That's really
That's
cool.
really nice.
Yeah. Jamie,
Uh,
anything to rant about?
Oh my God, I hate parking in LA, and I've only been here only 3 years, but I hate it.
do you use the jiggler?
The what?
The jiggler.
Oh,
What is that?
You don't know the jiggler?
No.
Okay, put the fucking dime coin on the end of a coffee stirrer from Starbucks. Tape it.
Oh no. This. Okay, that's great if I want to be really legal, but no. I'm talking about something else. That's great. No. So where I live, there's a lot of red spots where you can park, and people do this fucking thing where they will park. So here's the red, and they're parked right here. So if you would just move back just a little bit, I mean like 3
man.
feet, you can have one more car there.
If I had an ice pick, I would be fucking stabbing cars.
So there's
Right.
this guy, and I'm blanking on his name, but there's this guy, and he actually made a sign in LA that says,
I saw that.
"Yo,
Yeah.
watch your parking. You park as close as you can to the red lines." So I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, this
You
is a great
printed it out,
idea."
yeah.
So I printed out a bunch of them,
Stop.
and I've been a vigilante going around
Fucking
to
sick.
cars and just
That's
slapping them on the
champion
windshield.
shit. Yeah,
that
that's
was.
fucking sick.
But like, I have to hand it to this guy who had this idea in the first place.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just it's brilliant, and it kind of it thwarts the whole
Have
rant,
people-
but still like
Have people like responded to it or?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything like thrown on the ground yet.
No.
So
They're probably looking at it going, "Yeah."
yeah, I am an asshole.
Yeah. No, because people do that shit out here, and there's red for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
There'll be red from the curb goes down, so there's a little bit of red or
Yeah.
whatever, and then it continues.
Yeah.
It's not a hard thing to do. Like you don't even need a
Endless line of
backup
red.
cam to just back your way up. All you need to do is just look at the red, see, and that's it.
I've been.
Yeah, get out of the
I've
fucking
been thinking
car.
of walking around with some gray spray paint.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, for reals.
Yeah.
How are they gonna know it was you?
Sidewalk colored spray paint.
Oh, God, room
Get it
full
back.
of hardcore vigilantes.
Home
over here.
Depot number 237.
This is what happens when you move to LA, people, is that you end up trying to get free parking everywhere.
I'm gonna take
Yeah,
my city
yeah.
back.
But the jiggler is a great idea, though.
Yeah, this is gonna be falling
The
down.
jiggler saves a lot of money
Yeah.
when it works.
I've saved $10 a night at my work every time I go work because I have to go pay for parking. So instead of paying $10 a night. I just use the jiggler
with a
free.
coffee stir.
Yeah.
What does that do? I'm trying to get a mental
Okay,
image.
so imagine the coffee stopper stir from Starbucks, the green one.
The green. Okay.
That goes in the top.
Yep.
On the end of that, you tape a dime.
Okay.
And then you stick it in the meter, and you jiggle it back and forth, and it goes beep 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 beep.
It's the old
Time
school
goes
cartoon
up.
trick with the rope around the quarter, and you put it in. And
See,
then
that's
you
what I'm
pull
thinking
it
too.
out.
The rope.
So I can use that to offset what I'm paying for laundry.
Yeah.
So I can save some money.
Oh
on the
my God!
I don't know about that. but
Thinker.
We used to have.
No, he's saying the money that he would save now that he knows about the jiggler offsets the increase
Oh,
on-
it does,
on the
yeah.
laundry
less
days.
for parking, more for laundry,
Yes.
but it kind of
Like
balances
it.
out.
What
and
kind
then I
of
can sleep at night.
What kind of coin-operated machine is it? Is it the kind that you drop in, or that you stick in a row and then?
Stick in the row and
Yeah,
we used to.
Yeah.
He was
Back
good
in
at
the
it.
day, we used to
Yeah?
use coffee stirs. And
Okay.
click it in.
So you've gotten a lot
Wow.
of mileage on these coffee stores.
Yeah,
They've
bro.
saved you some money over the years.
Yeah, we're
That's
out
awesome.
there.
Well,
Starbucks
it's
is
the, it's,
paying.
the,
Nice.
it's the double red ones with the two little holes, like that coffee stir, and then
Okay.
you stick those in the little. slots.
Sometimes it works, sometimes
Wow.
it doesn't. But
Okay, so it's
that's
worth a shot.
yeah.
There's YouTube videos on it, by the way.
Hit me with the
nice,
rant,
nice. Okay,
Jane.
I'll look that
We
up.
do not condone any of this,
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna
Right.
say yeah.
This is all
I feel like you do
hypothetical.
though. I mean, that's okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
but we're just letting you guys know it's
We're all
out there.
performers.
Hit me with your rant, homie. Eat the mic. The weird, large, robotic penis-looking mic.
We gave her the biggest mic.
Yeah, she got the biggest mic by accident.
It's a substantial mic.
Well, infested is like
Wow.
2 roaches. You've seen 2 roaches.
It's just not a good way to be paying a lot of money and.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's first story stuff.
Oh wow.
Those are the
a lot of
cutest.
visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aunts and the uncles and. Yeah.
Does it make you feel like you're not a clean person when you start seeing roaches? You know,
It'll throw off your
makes
day.
you feel like it throws off your day.
When
Yeah.
I was younger, one of my best friends lived in a trailer, and it was like hoarder style A&E horror. And when you would sleep there at night, the roaches would come out, and they would crawl on your face.
Oh,
And you would
wow.
sleep with roaches on you.
That's intense.
Yeah, like it was that bad. Like, and God bless them. I love old Horatio Cates with all my heart, you know. But like they used to.
That's hard to sleep.
This
Well,
buddy,
no, I mean,
yeah.
fuck that. We're here. This is this, that,
All
the
right,
other.
Horatio.
This, that, and the other spot. You know what I mean? Horatio. As a matter of fact, Horatio's been on the thing before. I tell a story where I almost killed him by accident. We ran through. Yeah, we ran through a fence, and I ran through a fence.
Oh,
like,
is
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy?
old Horatio Cates.
Okay.
And like I used to. So, because you know, so we can move on because I do want to get into the plug. But when I was younger, and don't drink and drive, it's not smart. And you know, I'll always be the first one to say that.
Unless you want a fun time.
Exactly. But when we were younger, we busted through a fence. I busted. I gotta stop saying we. I gotta be accountable. So Ezekiel 25, 420, and God said, "Be accountable." And no, I and thankfully we didn't die. But he made sure I was good, and then he left. And I called his mom. And for like a long time, I was like, that's kind of fucked
I
up.
would have dragged my friends like Vietnam style, like where I'm taking you home.
You know, like I mean, I almost killed him. Like now, in retrospect, as an adult, I'm like, you have no leg to stand on in that situation because you guys almost, But then the other side of me is like, I don't give a fuck. Like we're not going down like this, bro. But anyways, yeah. So
I would have felt bad.
well, it is what it is. But anyways, old Horatio Cates, I used to live like that, and you would wake up with roaches, and they would be crawling with you, on your legs and in the bed. And,
Wow.
hey, bro, you gotta live. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that. I bought my house. First night there, I was on an air mattress. I look, and there's a roach on my chest. I called my friend up. I'm like, I'm staying at your house until I get pest control. I just bought a house.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not staying there until I get a fucking pest control.
Cats used
Yeah.
to give birth.
I would do the
behind
same thing. We find roaches in our apartment, and we just go and just get the raid and just.
Yeah.
But it did nothing. Yeah. The fogging does nothing. You have to get the fog and that you need. There's so many things
There's
that you need to
paste,
do.
the little paste things. That
The
you put
paste
underneath,
things
yeah.
too.
Do you guys
yeah.
think that sound thing works? Like that? Have you seen those
No.
little things?
Oh,
that
right.
have
Yeah,
The
for the
sound.
commercials.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. Look, my cousin had one of those big ones. It was huge for scorpions. His house was infested with scorpions in Arizona.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't buy a scorpion one. That doesn't sound.
Well, no, he's trying to get rid of them. He wanted them
I feel like a scorpion.
Crazy.
You know, the attic square, like they would come out and fall, and I'd be like, ah, shit, like those little white ones.
Fucking Arizona.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I know, right?
Scorpions.
On this motherfucking plane.
Oh, I was
You know, you
Grand
can,
Theft Auto on
freeze
that.
those motherfuckers, and
You can freeze
can
those
freeze them?
You're talking about.
freezing scorpions. You leave them
Okay.
for a month frozen, and then a month later you can dethaw them, and they're still alive.
That's gangster.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we used to catch flies and freeze them, and then we would have
Yeah.
flies.
I just want to. Yeah, I just want to know
They'd
like
come back and then
how
they would
someone
zip
would
around
say,
on the-
"Hey, there's
like
a
a little
scorpion.
rodeo."
Let's-
Fuck, man, that's
Um,
twisted if you think
My
about
brother-in-law was it was in pest control, so he always had weird like, hey, if you put two scorpions together under a cup, they'll fight.
Okay.
And then we would. And
So
then
you get
we'd
some
watch
cups. Yeah.
We
How
need a
long are
bigger
they
cup.
fighting for? Like, I feel like it's either 30 seconds or like 45 seconds. Could it be longer?
I don't. It was man. I was a
Could we
kid.
call him up?
It was
Can we find out?
Can we get this on tape?
Can we
Can
get him
figure
on the
out-
line,
You
please?
know what the sad thing is he's actually in rehab right now.
The scorpions?
For scorpion fighting.
He has an insane scorpion addiction. He just can't. He sold his house. He betrayed everyone he loved because he needed to watch those fuckers fight.
Found a couple cockroaches.
That's a
They
good-
ate the same thing, but
Yeah.
motherfucker's gonna be fighting.
Yeah, but wait till I freeze them. They'll come back in a month. That's a good rant. I like that. Roaches suck. I sympathize with you, especially for the enormous
good
amount of money
rant.
that you're paying.
Yeah.
You know, Sam, rant.
Did I rant already?
I feel like that was your rant, but try a bit more.
You can re-rant.
Fucking prices. Rental prices out here is a little crazy.
Very high.
You know, these fucking companies that do these huge fucking apartment complexes, they have a lot of hoops that you got to jump through.
A lot
And
of them.
like a deposit's like $500 for an animal,
Yeah.
and then you go to like a normal house, a normal person who owns it, and they're like, yeah, 150, 100. You're like, okay, I could deal with that. But
Yeah.
What the fuck, 500? So
A
my
lot.
rant is just prices out here.
Prices.
Yeah.
But
That's
it.
yeah, I will
Cheap.
say this: if you have an ESA certificate, like an emotional support animal
Yeah.
thing, no pet rent,
Yeah.
nothing.
You have an
Yeah.
ESA dog, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know of a place. We need a. Where did you get your?
Oh yeah.
Hey, you
It's
know
a
a guy?
website. It's a website.
Oh, okay, so like some of them,
Yes.
want your physician. Like some are like, we need to see your physician's. signature.
Like an actual psychologist.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
We have the
Well,
psychologist in New York
Yes,
who will
and there's
write us
also
a thing.
place up
Like,
here that we found out about, but
oh my goodness, I am
yeah,
sweating.
it was a friend of a friend.
You're going the no shoes too.
It's all the
Good
coffee.
comfy.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm coffeeed out. Yeah, I'm
Sounds good.
running on
He's like-
coffee.
He's like, I'm having
Hit
a
me,
heart attack.
hit me with
Why
a
is he
beat.
sweating
hit
so
me with
much?
the beat. I'm gonna hit you with a
He's having
hot
a
ass
heart
coffee wrap
My God.
before I die. Whew. All right,
have
here
your-
we go.
You have your sandals on too. I don't know why. Yeah.
All right.
attack. Should we turn the AC on?
So no, it's not worth it. I need clean audio.
I mean, you
For
could.
the
I don't
audio.
think it's gonna really pick up on here. Do you think it's gonna
Nah,
pick up
all
on
right. You
these
guys
little
aren't sweating.
microphones?
I'm the weirdo. Don't worry about it.
I'm wearing a sweater and a jacket. I'm fine.
Dude, I really like.
Yeah.
I like your green corduroy jacket.
Yeah,
Thank you.
real
With
Ned
pink
Flanders
underneath.
going on.
Thank you. Yeah, Ned Flanders. I had a mustache recently.
Oh my
I
God,
really
you got
like
rid of
that
it. I
Ned Flanders.
totally.
I did. I shaved it. Yeah, this jacket. I don't even know where I got it. It's the one article of clothing in my closet that just appeared one day. Usually, I can remember where I bought stuff because I'm not that old yet. But this jacket, I never know. It
Were you
just
that
showed
drunk?
up. I might have been. drunk at the time. So very good possibility. I probably did some laundry. I was really pissed off about how much I had to pay. I went to the bar, just got wrecked, and then wandered into a thrift store and came home with a green jacket. I didn't remember. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like drunk Amazon shopping, like or
I got eBay problems sometimes. I
You
have
know.
eBay
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, drunk Amazon shopping.
You get
Um,
angry at a bitter.
My rant is just the coffee is giving me too much. Okay, this is
Just don't
this
have
is
heart
a
attack.
rap about coffee. All right, here we go. All right, there's some. Oh man. All right, I got this. Here we go. Whew. Okay. This is.
Ecstasy.
Oh my god! It's this coffee. It's the coffee, guys.
This is the Coachella
rolling.
podcast.
I think it just kicked in. Like that fourth
Fine.
coffee just kicked in, and I'm seeing visions and shit. Like.
That was a great outtake. I like it.
I'll
But
be
anyway,
excited to go.
Nerd corner.
but the Predator was cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And what did we watch before that? That was really badass. Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I'm showing her all these movies that she needs to see. I'm like, yeah, all the Rockies and Rambos and like all like Bloodsport.
Yeah,
Bloodsport.
Yeah, you need to see Bloodsport.
What's the other one? Double Trouble or something? Where he has a twin brother. He plays two roles. What was that called? I can't.
Wait, which one?
Van Damme movie.
Double Trouble. Yeah.
It was double something.
And one of the brothers was evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like the good John Claude, the bad John Claude.
Yeah.
I'd
He's
watch
done
that.
a couple
His
of
hair
those.
slicked back. Has he done multiple ones?
He's done a couple of those.
Yeah.
See that?
But the Double Trouble.
Was it
one I
called
really
Double
like.
Impact?
Double Impact.
Oh, there you go.
Impact?
Double Trouble.
Yeah, Double Impact.
It was
Double Trouble
something.
rings a
That's
little
it.
nicer.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one.
Yep. I saw that.
John,
Feel the impact.
Bloodsport's always going to be my favorite.
What's funny is I used to
John
always
Claude.
watch these on the beta. The beta VHS,
Oh,
the
wow,
little ones,
beta.
because when
Yeah.
I lived overseas in Turkey, so I'd watch all these like crazy kung fu movies in beta.
That's
So
awesome.
it'd be extra warbly. I liked it.
Yeah.
Wish beta was still
Yeah,
around.
bring Beta back.
Let's bring it back. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, Hometown Boys is gonna be shot.
I was
Released on
actually
Beta.
yeah. I was actually thinking like a VHS camera we could shoot this on.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid we don't raise the actual like 20 grand. We
We're
could
hanging
so
in
do
there.
this with like, I don't know, like a Sony XL1
I
or
love you
something
too.
like that.
Yeah.
So instead of doing
Bye.
one of those, you're just gonna get like a VHS. Like
One of those
Panasonic.
massive ones.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of
The one
like
for Back to the-
Have it on your
a
shoulder.
big RE cinema
the
camera.
one for Back to the
Yeah.
Future, like the one where you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it.
Marty and
I personally
Doc.
think it would look cool.
Yeah. We should get that actual camera that Michael J. Fox used in Back to the Future and shoot
red
Hometown
Sony?
Boys on that.
Nice.
Oh my
Think about the
God.
publicity you'd get. No one would watch the movie, but think of the
No,
publicity.
Yeah,
Think of it.
No
Think
idea
about
what
the
it's
clout.
about, but they did
Yeah,
shoot
have
it on
that
this.
angle.
The
Yeah.
camera
The
nerds
audio's
would freak
good.
out. Yeah.
All right. So let's get into this, guys. Hometown Boys. Play me in with a little music. Music lady. Music madam. Guys, the film. Just everything. The money that's getting raised for it.
So,
I mean,
so
just
the idea of Hometown Boys came. How did that come about? Like what is this? What were you guys trying
there's
to do?
heavy
A web
Tarantino
series?
influence. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
Totally.
Right off the
Obviously.
bat. Like, yeah.
I knew I wanted to write about my hometown. I think Scranton's a weird place. And then I started thinking, okay, I want to do something crime related. So it first started as like some like drug running thing, and that didn't really work out. And then just, you know, like writing is, it metamorphosizes into this like weird sort of story. And then I started Googling weird failed robberies. And the one came up where a guy robbed a porn store with a dildo. And I said, that's great. Why not do just a film based in a porn store?
And that's where we're getting a little bit of weirdness, with a
Yeah.
lot of heist and a little Ocean's 11 minus 10 people. You know,
Minus 10 people and 2% of their
Ocean's
budget.
3.
Yeah.
Chris, co-stars or what? Let's get.
You know, that is a
Dog
good
number
question.
2.
My
Yeah.
mom asked me the other day, what is my involvement in this movie? I didn't know what to tell her. What is my involvement? Am I acting in it?
So yeah, Chris is going to be in the movie. He's going to be our clerk.
I'm the clerk. That's right.
You're the
You told
clerk.
me this.
Yeah.
So
My memory's gone.
So in the credits, you're gonna be clerk.
I hope
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want an actual name because that would screw up my resume that I got going.
Totally. Yeah.
So-
Random guy at bar.
Clerk. Yeah.
That's a
So
cute.
what's this Thug number 2 thing? That's that whole idea that you have.
Yeah. So Thug number 2, we came up with this idea that it's like what is that? Mad, the Mad magazine or Crack mag? I forgot which one it is.
Crack.
Yeah. It's give us buy this issue or the dog dies. We're applying the same idea but with Chris, and he's a thug who works at a warehouse.
Okay.
We have a little backstory for him. If you go on the Instagram, I think it's Thug number 2.
Yep.
That's his Instagram. And yeah, so we're just trying to do something fun with that. Keep him alive. And if people donate, they do. If they don't, he may die.
That's right. I forgot about it. There are higher stakes than I realized. I should be taking these promo videos.
Oh yeah, no. You're
But I think-
on the line,
You don't
homie.
get funded.
But I think I have an idea of where we're going to go with these videos, because the last video you were kidnapped.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
Okay, cool.
Chris,
You're gonna die.
you've been doing this for a hot minute now, or at least been out here. You said about 19 years.
Yeah.
You're a
coming
Minnesota
up on
boy, right?
2 decades. I'm from Minnesota. I moved to LA for the weather. If my acting career took off, great. But I stayed after my first winter here, and not to bash Minnesota winters. Lord knows they get enough of that, and they are very sensitive about it. But no, I've been okay. I've done a lot of TV shows over the years. You know, I did what did I do? The OC was one of my first TV shows.
Very nice.
I did New Girl. I did How I Met Your Mother.
Awesome.
I did a couple episodes of that show, Chuck. Lopez, you mentioned George Lopez. I did 2 episodes of his show, Lopez, that was on TV Land.
Really?
I played a casually racist comedy writer
Get out of
named
town.
Blanco.
Blanco. It's
Blanco
actually
is probably
really
the
funny.
whitest guy they could find. And then I'm going to be on the show called Mr. Mom that comes out on Voodoo.
Nice. There's a little
Sometime
plug.
this year. I play a delivery guy.
Very, very cool. What's your handle, by the way? That way the chumps can follow. The 10 people who listen to us.
Well, my name is Chris Dotson, C-H-R-E-S, Dotson, and my Instagram, what is it these days? I change it all the time. But right now it's Chris and then the letter P, Dotson.
Okay.
And D-O-T-S-O-N.
We'll have our research team check real quick, and we'll make sure that we plug
Chris
that.
P.
But
Dotson.
is this? I mean, obviously you don't do this for 19 years without doing it for the love of it. Like, is this a dream from Minnesota, followed in your gut? Like, you were like, I'm coming out here and I'm gonna chase it till I die, or?
I guess so. Well, I mean, I was like, I'll give it, 4 months and see what happens. But I ended up staying. But no, I never thought I'd be an actor. I thought I'd be a sports writer when I was growing up.
Really?
Yeah, and then I went to film school in Minneapolis, and then people in my film class started putting me in their movies, and I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like being on the other side of the camera, and it just kind of went from there. But I have no actual training. I don't even know how I've survived this long, to be honest with you.
No, that's hard work. Dedication, man. It takes a lot of time, to get what you're getting. And you mentioned you're engaged, or?
I'm engaged to a lovely lady. Her name is Almy Rose. She's a writer, and she's awesome. And we don't have a wedding scheduled at the moment, but we're engaged. We've been living together. We are married for all intents and purposes. No one's
you just don't have the state or legal. It's like,
it's not legal. I do taxes too, to supplement my acting income.
Of course.
It's just all this paperwork, and you get married. It just takes all the romance out of it. But whatever, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the love aspect, and we have that in spades.
The government needs to make taxes a lot more lovable.
Yeah.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah, if those sheets were a little rose scented or pink or something, maybe people wouldn't be so scared about it.
Candlelit dinner.
TurboTax takes it out of your hands, though. That stuff is easy. I mean, it walks you through like a dog. It's just like hit this button, put these numbers in.
Brought to you by TurboTax.
Well, that's cool, man. Yeah. I mean, it's good to see hustle out here. It takes a lot of time.
Just to survive out here, because a lot of people can't. I see people leaving or just like.
Oh, I've seen so many people leave over the years.
Within like a month.
Many.
Like they come out here and they're like, no.
Or they just don't like the city. Like they just have an allergic reaction to LA, like Woody Allen and Annie Hall, where they just show up here and like, too much. But what's that?
She asked the best audition process
and the worst audition
like
you've
your
had.
worst.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, the only time I totally bombed an audition, I guess I'm lucky I haven't bombed more. Or maybe I have and I just didn't realize it, but I leave the room and casting's like, what the hell was that? But the only time it was this short-lived ABC show. It had Jerry O'Connell and Jim Belushi in it, and it was set in Vegas. I can't even remember the name of it. But it was like an 8-pager, and it was all this technical talk. Like I was a computer geek kind of guy, so I'm saying all this stuff that you can't really improvise. Like you got to get the words right, otherwise it just won't make sense. And what happened was, this is my excuse. The day before that, I had acted in a commercial, and in the commercial, I had to speak French. So all day, I'm terrible with languages. So all day, I'm like running these lines, trying to get my lines down in French. It used a part of my brain I don't normally use. And I wasn't able to rehearse the 8-page audition the next morning. So I get in there, and every time I get to this one part, probably like on page 2 or 3, I just couldn't say it. I started trying to make it up, trying to improvise, and I couldn't do it.
Casting director French.
And casting, exactly, some French came out. Eventually, the casting director starts laughing at me, and I start laughing. I just laughed out. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just walked out. But she did call me back a couple times for other TV shows. So
that's awesome.
So that was good.
Because they probably saw you take it with grace.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah,
be cool.
Can't always be winners. I mean, the best auditions are the one where they just give you the part. Like you don't even have to audition.
They look
I've
at
had
you and
maybe
go,
3 of those. And then the other easiest one I did a Mountain Dew commercial with Chuck Norris once.
What?
And and I auditioned for that with this other actor because there was 2 of us in the scene, and like we're running from Chuck Norris because we made this like online video making fun of him, and then he shows up at our apartment to like kick our ass. And then
I remember that
from him.
I want to look that up now.
But that audition was great because they're just like, you go in there and they're like, guys, there's no lines, just kind of run around the room like you're falling down or whatever. So we do it, and they're like, that was great. And me and the other actor looking at the show like, we didn't know if we were in frame, like with the stuff we were doing. And then my agent calls me, tells me I got it. we go to the fitting. I go to the fitting. I see the other actor there, the exact same guy I auditioned with, and there was no callback. And I'm like, did they audition other actors?
Oh man,
But that was
you can
awesome.
run, right? You
I
know how
can
to
run. I can run. So I guess that's why I got the part, because no one else in LA apparently can run.
that's amazing.
So when you came out to LA, you didn't have an agent or anything like that.
No.
And so what was the process of you getting to that point?
Well, I came to LA so long ago. I went to the library to get an agent book that had a list of all the agents in town. And then I just made some photocopies, and then I just mailed out to the ones that looked like they
Old
represented
school.
weird people.
Just cold calling them, right?
And I mailed out like maybe 75 headshots. I got 4 phone calls. And of the 4 agents that were interested, there's only one that was like legit, who had been around. The other 3 is pretty obvious. They were kind of as new to this as me. So I went with him, and I was with him for like 17 years. I just recently changed reps. It was hard leaving him. It's really hard.
Why?
Like when you're
Because that's
with an agent.
That's a long relationship.
That's big, yeah.
And I spent 1 year agonizing over leaving him. I was in therapy for it. I've only been in
Shut
therapy
up.
like twice in my life.
It's like breaking
and one
up.
of them was for leaving my agent.
Wait, so why did you decide to, if you don't mind, why did you decide to leave him?
Why? It just felt like it was time to see what else was out there,
See
because
other
I
people.
only knew LA from his perspective of him representing me. And you know, I'm lucky to get like a commercial or 2 a year, a TV show or 2 a year, but you know, I haven't hit that big role. I haven't got that series regular. I haven't been that face of that ad campaign or whatever. And I was just like, I wonder if the grass is greener. And so far, I've found it's been fairly neutral.
Yeah.
I love my new reps as well. They're great. But like in terms of like getting more auditions or new opportunities, it's like, ooh, okay. But it's one of those things I felt like I had to take the plunge.
And then to take that plunge, how did he take it?
I don't know. I mean, I emailed him.
Ah!
Right? Was that awful to begin with? Did I screw that up?
You're basically
know.
breaking up
Yeah.
with someone.
Should I have gone into
Yeah.
the
Hook up with him
office?
through text.
Okay, so I probably screwed it up from the get-go.
Dang. That's gangster.
So yeah, he wrote back that understood, and that it was great work with me, and I was always professional, all that fun
Aw.
stuff.
That's good.
But yeah, maybe he was pissed. Maybe he didn't see it coming, because like I was in my head about it for like a year
Oh,
or so.
Yeah.
And but for him,
therapy
it might have been a cold shower.
is-
He's probably
Yeah.
seen it coming then.
But I don't know.
you know,
but
like,
people come
yeah.
and go. Actors leave their
He's
agents
been
all the
Sure,
time.
for sure.
That's. I feel like that's a very LA thing, to just be committed to something for like 2-3 years, or for as long as you've been, and just fucking quit it right after,
Yeah.
and just go for something else. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. I mean, yeah. And then how hard was it to get more representation?
Oh, I kind of had some folks lined up, or at least potential people lined up ahead of time. It was funny because with my theatrical agents, for movies and TV, when I met with them, they're like, okay, just what happened with your other agent? Did it end bad? I'm like, no, I mean, he wrote this, I wrote that, and he wrote Love Sid, and I wrote Love Chris. And she's like, you ended your emails with love? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, well, okay.
That's that Midwestern,
Yeah,
exactly.
Midwestern
that's the
stuff coming through.
Pennsylvania Midwestern kind of like feel.
They
Like
probably
it's-
like that. They like that a lot, probably.
well, there you go. He went in, he bombed the audition, and he gave that energy probably off.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what? He knows what he gets, and he gets.
I
what
mean,
he
it
knows,
was technical speak, so like, could you do it?
It
Yep.
sounds French to me,
Yeah, it was hard. It was a hard audition. I swear
And
to
then,
God.
like,
I don't know if I get it right
how
now.
did you and Jamie meet?
Jamie, I believe you texted me or wrote to me through Instagram, right? Like you'd
Yeah.
seen my David Lynch videos. I do an impression of David Lynch.
I
the filmmaker,
heard.
And Jamie was like, "I'd like to do one with you." Is that kind of how it went?
You almost
Yeah.
got that hair
Yeah.
going.
I hit him up.
Yeah, my hair was even bigger. Ooh.
Yeah. I didn't know how to approach this guy. I was just like, oh man, I want to do one of these David Lynch videos. I'm obsessed with Twin Peaks too, and that was basically it. And I said, hey, can I write one for you? So we met. We wrote one, and we did it. And ever since then,
Very
been
cool.
hanging out doing these little videos and stuff.
Yeah, I was nervous about it too because you're like, I have a crew, and there was like
my
call
God,
sheets
yeah,
involved. It was like
yeah.
totally professional. I'm like, when I shoot mine, it's usually like with an iPhone, and maybe like my fiance is holding the phone. But yeah, you had like, there's the real deal. Yeah. It was
Well,
good.
we had an AD come on, and the AD
Yeah.
made this weird schedule that was like a 14-hour day.
Goodly.
And he was just very green at it. And we're like, dude, no, there's no way. So
Calm
Chris
down.
even texted me. He was like, what's this 14-hour fucking day
My worst
that we're gonna
nightmare
do?
is coming true.
I
No
know,
way.
right?
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it took us like
Is this
5-6
like a $5
hours.
million movie? Or
Yeah.
what?
Exactly.
But we had,
Exactly.
but like, yeah, we had a decent crew. And then the next video we did was just like basically how you pretty much do them. It was like
Yeah.
maybe a sound guy and then like one other person.
Well,
That's
just
it.
your web thing has been like really quick and on the go. I love it. It reminded me of that dude book we got. The dude who was in Saving Private Ryan that does movies for as cheap as $100,000.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
real like one cameraman, one light or mic guy who also does a light kind of, and like the actor, and that's it.
So I know
Yeah.
sometimes,
I mean, doing it with a huge crew is always great because hey, I want this light here, I want this here, and it's awesome. But when you're doing these things with such a low budget, like even Hometown Boys, if we have like a gaffer and we have an AC and then a DP, I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Or just even like filming on the street, where like, all right, so if anyone walks by, this is a Mother's Day fucking shit.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Okay, doing it a little.
Yeah,
we were
doing it for
that
Mom.
shit.
We did a shoot on Mother's Day. Yeah.
And a small crew helps with that, because on the street, if you have a big crew, all of a sudden someone's stopping you.
Yeah, everything's permanent here. You could really get fucked easily with that.
You mentioned that your fiance's a writer. Do you guys write anything and shoot anything?
That is so funny you mentioned that because as of today, we have not collaborated on anything yet, but we've been talking about doing it. So it's in the works.
What would
we don't
it
know what
be?
it's going to be.
What does she write normally?
She's written some like spec TV pilots that she's been shopping around. Hasn't gotten any bites yet. And then she was working for a company writing, and that was more kind of like politically oriented. And she got a little sick of that, so she's been doing more freelance stuff.
Nice.
Kind of stuff. When I first met her, she was getting paid for like individual articles, like writing blogs for these various places. And I just think anyone who can get paid any money at all to write, and especially to write for the internet, I think is an amazing achievement. It's like, how do you do it? Yeah.
Eat the mic.
No, so wait, you looked into it just because you wanted to do it? About, that must be weird.
Yeah, a couple bucks here and there, but yeah, to get paid anything, I'm just like, how do you even do that? So, but we have written some sketches together, and we've like performed together at like sketch comedy shows and that kind of thing. So I guess we have done some collaborating, but we're talking about maybe writing a feature film,
Like something that's
Very
going to be
nice.
a project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something more substantial.
What really attracts you to Hometown Boys, other than being just a nice dude and helping out?
Yeah, and having a lot of time on my hands. No, I think it's I mean, Jamie's great. He's very charismatic. He's got a really great sense of humor. I went to your feature reading, your table read,
Yeah.
for Hometown Boys, and I just thought it had a ton of potential. And he's just a great filmmaker, and I'm just sure it's going to be a fun movie. It's going to turn out great, And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely have that humor down, for sure. Like that
Yeah.
that dark humor.
Because you say this movie's kind of influenced by Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction kind of a vibe too.
Oh,
right?
totally,
And I
totally.
love those movies, of course.
It's
right
like
up my alley.
Yeah, it's like you're watching a lost film from the '90s.
Yeah,
That's what we want.
Dude,
Yeah.
I want the 90s to come back.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, man. Because the 80s had a resurgence. I feel like 90s is
Yeah,
right around the corner.
it's time.
Yeah,
It
totally.
is
Like this
time.
film doesn't take place in the '90s; it takes place now.
Mhm.
But that feeling that you're just
influence.
watching that
And that's what I
grittiness,
think Quentin-
sort
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Quentin did. He brought the feel of noir and like the old cinema stuff into
Mhm.
today.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. And everything, like his films are great, and they still are. I can't wait to see Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yeah.
But the cool thing about his films are it has this very like dark undertone to it, especially with the lighting. Nothing's like so hilarious in the movies, but it's just that like uncomfortable laughing almost. And we want to do that with ours.
Yeah, it really gives off like a genuine air.
Oh,
like,
yeah, they do.
Of that renaissance, of the 90s, of when that type of Quentin Tarantino stuff started coming out.
Yeah.
And people were really like about Pulp Fiction, and they were about just like that new wave, so to speak. So you're doing a good job on that front. And
Dude, we have a goddamn gimp in the back. We have
Oh, I
we have
saw
a
you.
ninja gimp. So
Yeah.
like, come on, it's we know we're kind of ripping
You have a
off,
gimp
not
in
ripping
the
off,
movie.
but like we're definitely influenced by Pulp Fiction and
Well,
that
it's
small
like-
little scene.
Yeah, and this is the thing about we were talking about with my script and
Yeah.
what he said about the bike, and it's like, oh, it's like first, but it's like, I mean, it's an homage. Like this is I'm trying to do that, and that's what you're doing. It's like I'm making this movie,
Yeah.
I'm doing these homages. Yeah, there's a gimp. Yeah, it's Quentin did it.
There's a
But-
big difference between an homage and line for line. If you
Yeah.
find a nice like medium between that, then that's
Mhm.
good. I think that's a good way to approach the subject.
Yeah.
do you get it meta with it? Do you break any? Do you straight out say anything in the movie where you're like, well, this is Pulp Fiction all over again?
Like, goddamn, are we
Yes.
living through Reservoir Dogs right now?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the entire movie, the main character, just in the short film, the main character is breaking the fourth wall.
That's yes. Yeah.
So he's going to be talking to the camera when time allows for him to do so. He's the only person who really does it. And at a certain point, he says, I think, shut up, you Pulp Fiction reference. It's very like meta, very like Deadpool-esque.
Okay.
Which Deadpool does so well. So we're gonna try to do that too.
Such a difficult thing to pull off sometimes without it crossing that boundary of being cheesy. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, it does.
Like, but you know, it gets walked well. It looks like it's being walked. Fine line. Razor's edge.
Dude, I can't wait to make this film. It's gonna be
excited.
great.
And you have a lot of people who are supporting you, man. Like,
oh my God, the people of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Holy shit, Scranton, PA. My God.
Shout out, because you are
killing it.
$3,000 away from your goal.
Yeah, actually $2,000 away
from
our 80% goal, but yeah.
Exactly, and that's really cool, you know, and I think that a testament to what you're building, you know, to create.
Like right now, because this is gonna air next week, so right now, yeah, we're there. But oh my God,
but if
it'll be done actually, by the time this comes out.
Yeah, if anybody from Pennsylvania wants to donate, where would they go?
Seed and Spark, our page. Just follow us on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, and we're gonna just keep updating. If we hit $20,000, that's amazing. But if we don't, expect me to come after that motherfucker. That's where we are now.
On the line.
What
That's what I'm hinting at.
But how does those work?
What?
How does those donations work? If you don't hit your goal, you do not get it?
If you hit 80%, you get all the money that has been given to you. Okay. So I have a good feeling we're gonna hit our 80% goal in the next couple days.
To $16,000. That's 80%, right? You're looking to raise 20.
It's 16 or 18, whatever it is.
So you're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah, I mean, and it was overnight, practically.
Yeah. And what we are going to do, too, is a fundraiser back home. So have, like, bands show up at a bar and just start playing and then have, like, drink specials and everything like that. The whole town is kind of going to come together and
that's amazing,
do a little fundraiser for us, too, on the back end of all this stuff.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And that's got to give you such a sense of, like, feeling, you know what I mean, like accomplishment.
Dude, I'm nervous as hell. That's what I feel.
You gotta deliver now.
Yeah, I've got to do all this shit right now.
When you got the money, you're like, oh shit, this is happening.
That brings up like what's scaring you the most, like other than like the obvious just failure, like which isn't, you know, it's there, but like what's the biggest thing that it kind of has you on your toes?
Well, I don't care about failure anymore. I feel like we all have these like little failures, even with the most big successes. What I'm kind of nervous about right now is not even, you know what, dude, I can't even think about that right now. Fuck your question.
Nice. Damn right. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Push back.
What do you think, Jane? Ask questions about Hometown Boys.
Do you have any more of those crackers? Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hungry too. We didn't have anything.
Nice.
But Four Locos are another thing. You ever do a Four Loco?
Before or after the change?
I'm talking before the change. When the old form. You never did a Four Loco?
No,
have you done one?
Oh, Almy actually, my fiance did a video. She chugged a Four Loco.
Get out of town.
So people could see the effects. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so smart.
Stop making it because she had a Four Loco that was like years old.
So it was one of the old school ones.
Yeah.
That's the mix he's talking about.
Crazy.
That's the only time I'd ever heard of it. I'd never heard of it prior to that.
They're crazy. They're insane. I did something similar. I did a research project and I wrote the effects of it. I think I got like a B+ on it, but in college. but chugging it, she chugged it.
Yeah, the video's on YouTube.
I didn't do that. That's awesome.
You're like, that's when I knew.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I loved her. I shall court her.
Yeah,
She's nice.
That's sick. That's super awesome. I can see why you put a ring on it.
Exactly, right?
You know what I mean?
This gal knows her way around
She
a Four Loko.
knows what she's
Lock
doing.
This down. Yeah.
Today's show brought to you by Four Loko. So as far as dream, like not after this project, because you got big goals after this project. I'm sure once you hit the horizon, you take your month break. You know what I mean, man? You hit Malibu or the Palm.
After we shoot this, everything's done. Not even put it into post. I'm just gonna take a day off, I think, or a couple days off. We're gonna put it into post, get it into some festivals. After the whole run, I'm gonna just take time,
take a break.
I think we all need it.
I think that's best after a huge experience like that.
Yeah.
I mean, what's who do you want to call you after this comes out? Who let's put it like that.
the dream director.
Who do you want?
Producer?
Let's say you pop it out, you hit the festivals. Who do you want to call you?
I want Bill Hader to somehow get involved in the project.
From Pennsylvania?
Really?
I don't know.
I could see him being from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, me too. I admire the guy. He came out for filmmaking and then got into comedy and then started making Barry. And oh my God.
Barry.
By the way,
Watch that.
Barry. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it looks good.
But yeah, getting a call from him would be like the dream.
You're like, hey guys.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris? Who do you want to pick up that phone and give you a call after this?
I guess that's why I like my life so much right now, and I had a trouble finding something to really rant about. It's because they make old shows now that I love, like they remade Twin Peaks, and I've always been a huge Karate Kid fan. Now they have made 2 seasons of Cobra Kai.
Yes.
And I guess a dream project of mine, if they don't make more Twin Peaks episodes, would be to get on an episode of Cobra Kai.
Completely doable.
That'd be amazing.
I like that.
I would love to work with Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. We've all been on. I have one trivia question. What do I have in common with Ralph Macchio and William Zabka? And I expect 0 people to get this or to even really care.
You took karate?
No. Damn. Good guess.
Your aunt cooked them Thanksgiving dinner once.
I wish.
I wish.
Anyone else?
You gotta guess one.
Eat the mic. Guess. Take a guess.
Take a guess.
Yeah.
I feel like you had the same manager.
Oh, that's also a good guess.
Okay.
But no.
What is
Okay.
it?
We have all been on the show How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
Not at the same time, but hey.
Hey, that's 7 degrees of Chris right there.
They played
Awesome.
themselves on the show. I played a waiter, naturally.
Fuck yeah.
But it'd be great to work with those guys. In the
That's
meantime,
very
I'll just
cool.
follow them on Instagram, I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
very
Trivia.
neat. Hey, and
Nice.
that's good to know the next time I get into the cash cab.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like,
That will come up. Gosh, Cap.
They're like,
Zabka, Macchio, and
this guy
Dotson.
right here, how does he
It
know?
will come up again. It will.
In season 2 of episode 3, no, that's very cool. That's very cool. I like that those are attainable goals in my opinion. You
Yeah.
know what I
So,
mean?
I could play a waiter on Cobra Kai. Why not? I can do it.
I just want to see him on Twin Peaks. If Twin Peaks gets a 4th season, or even if like David Lynch's daughter does something and she's like,
That would
I
be great
need
to work with David Lynch's job.
Oh my God.
My thing was,
Yeah,
remember
dude.
when
Awesome.
X-Files started back up? I was
yeah.
oh man, I want to just be an extra in the background. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just be in the show.
Yeah.
Like, X-Files? Yeah, I'm in X-Files.
Totally, yeah, X-Files, yeah.
That's the guys from the hometown boys. Last plugs. Before we get into the.
Just hello, Scranton. We love you. I've never been there, but Jamie has. He's from there, and just thanks for listening. We
There
love
you
you
go.
guys.
Yeah. I think we should. Do you want me to plug your?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to? I'll do you plugging.
There you go.
Your
That's
Instagram?
cute.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram.
Is that what I
and,
sound like?
Is that what I sound
Chris
like?
Chris
John F. Kennedy?
Crispy Dotson.
Hey, I'm Chris Dotson.
Chris Dancing.
Anytime people do an impression of me, that's how it always comes out. Hey, I'm Chris Dotson, and I like to be an actor, and I like Twin Peaks. That's what they always sound like. I don't know.
That's it. Well, hey, there you go. That was I don't. Did we? I heard you hit him.
They kind of clap.
Nice. All right. Woo.
Thanks.
I can
Thank
take
you.
my interview hat off. Jeez Louise,
You
fellas.
stopped sweating.
I told you, man.
Man, that interview hat must be really
I
warm.
did the. Now I'm on
Ooh.
the crash.
Wow, nice.
I'm on the crash part of it now. I was
Yeah.
like
Going to
yawning.
sleep now. He's like our narcoleptic.
Damn.
I'm over here on this part. This is my coffee, bro. That shit was wild, B.
maybe eat a meal before a podcast.
Oh yeah.
I need to eat.
Don't do ecstasy,
Yeah.
other thing, but
Oh man, that would have been nice.
yeah.
Yeah, well, the power of Christ compels you.
All right, let's get into it. Game Corner. Play me some Game Corner
Well,
music.
what do you mean? We're playing a game?
What do you mean playing? Where
we
we
playing
took
a
a
game?
sabbatical. We didn't we know what we're doing. All right. Yeah, Game Corner. So Game Corner is super simple, and in this case, it'll be erotic fan fiction. Who's the least sexiest character in fiction that you can think of?
The least sexiest character in fiction that I can think of. Hester Prynne from the Scarlet Letter?
That's fucking deep.
Is that something?
I mean, out of everything.
I just remember reading that in high school as a kid. I'm just like, she looked at a guy and now she's sentenced to death or something like that. What's that book about? Something like that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, who would want to bang her anyway? I don't know.
All
Why
right.
is she
Well,
paying this punishment for something.
It's so
Wow.
obscure.
Wait, did this get too real or too deep?
no.
or-
No, I don't think so.
Right, this is fiction,
All
yeah.
the
Okay,
fan
cool.
fiction that you wanted me to look, just like.
I just went to a book. Should I have said a movie?
So we're gonna stick it. We're gonna keep it with a Game of Thrones theme.
Okay.
We're just gonna do some
Let's
erotic
lighten
Game of
the mood with
Thrones
Game of
fan
Thrones.
fiction.
Okay, I'll take it.
By the way, ending was really a bummer.
I
The Game of Thrones.
don't. I mean, I haven't watched one episode, so I'm
Oh,
sorry.
really?
Okay,
I watched them
so-
all. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I did
You're
it on
good.
purpose.
Okay.
I did it on purpose. I just didn't want to be on that bandwagon of waiting every week, and it's a lot of time. What I did with Breaking Bad was I waited till the last episode was about to come out that week. I binge watched all of them. And then
What can I tell you one Game of Thrones spoiler? Can I tell you one thing? I don't want to spoil it for you.
Plastic bottle in one of the episodes.
Bran could walk the entire time.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
Turns out the little shit was just playing.
Yeah, he stands up, goes,
Yeah.
"Fooled you."
Yeah. Got you good, didn't I?
Yeah, Bran could walk the entire time. He gets up and he says, "Look at me, motherfuckers."
Aha!
Look, the Pyre of Christ.
Yeah.
He does like a little heel. He does a little heel click, and then the music starts. He
You
goes.
It's a really beautiful scene.
Breakdance.
Yeah.
He yells Jesus. He does that.
But you can spot a Starbucks cup in his chair when he stands up.
Oh
Yeah. Well, at the end of the episode, it's really weird because they actually have, the credits come by and it's like filmed in here, brought to you by this, brought to you by Starbucks.
Sponsored by Starbucks.
It's just, it's really weird.
I love the idea.
I like their new
Bran's
direction though.
standing up at the end and just being like, "Fool."
Oh, it's such a touching scene. It's silent. It's during this very silent moment. There's a dragon in the sky, and they're like, "Who's gonna ride this dragon?" And he said, "I will." And they're like, "With your wheelchair?" He said, "No," and he stands up.
And they're
And
like,
it's
"How
really
you-"
touching.
Flies up. That's actually a nice ending.
It's
I
really
like
beautiful.
that. That's
And he
pretty.
was like,
Yeah.
"Sometimes all you need to do
Pretty
is believe."
satisfying.
You know.
Mm.
But yeah, so we're
Erotic fan fiction of GOT.
all right. Let's get into it because we're getting close. So I want to make sure that we wrap this up.
Game of Titties.
So it's bad fiction. We all know it.
It's gonna be very bad.
It's bad. It's weird, but that's the beauty about it. So today's
reading the Holy Bible today.
I'll explain that maybe later. Ezekiel 4:20. She really left the music going too.
So
You know, Jorah, we are alone. Danny smirked, stepping closer to him, her hand darting across his tunic, unfastening the strings that held it together. It's nice, through tunic in there. That brings the whole. That's a good image. With one swift movement, she tossed her top to one side, leaving her breasts naked. His mouth agape at the sight of his love, completely naked.
Agape?
Her budding breasts, capped off with erect nipples, hardened with the cool wind. All right.
So wait, are they outside?
Cold weather is always very romantic.
They're in the barn. They're in a barn.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah,
there's
like-
no heater in a
Or
barn.
not a barn. Pardon me. The tents. Because these characters, they live on the plains with the horses and shit. You know what I'm saying?
are you recording the audio here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got really nervous because I was going to that one the entire time.
No. That her runs on a. Her
I was
runs
like
on a whole
doing this.
separate-
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
No, her runs on a whole separate one.
Casting?
We could have some fun, she said. Some fun that we've been meaning to have.
That
yeah.
It's like,
No, we've been meaning to have this.
We scheduled this last week.
We did this. You've been penned in.
Glad our schedules finally
And
worked
now
out.
my nipples are erect from
Capped with the cool winds.
Yeah.
With that, she squatted, spreading her legs as she did so.
Vagina agape.
Great, this writing, this grammar. His
Do it. No, read it the way it was written.
Her hand left his balls and gently began to stroke
That's how it's written?
back and forth over his cock.
This is written by kids.
Danny had only seen. Yeah, I was thinking.
Wait,
sorry,
okay.
guys.
Also, we got to figure out if this was written by a guy or a girl.
Oh, that's at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get to guess at the end. Danny had only seen one other cock. The other guys, her husbands, other than
Danny's
Jorah's.
a girl?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
Eris.
she's the dragon queen. Gripping
Oh, okay. I know who.
Gripping his cock firmly, she aimed it towards her mouth and engulfed his cockhead
She
in
did
her
that
mouth.
willingly. Okay, sure.
Tasting his pre-cum on her tongue. This is a dude. I'm already going to call it. I'm calling it
This
right
is
now.
a dude.
The taste was a little shocking, but she began to savor the saltiness as she pushed more of the cock into her
This
throat.
is a dude that has sucked dick.
Okay, there we go. Jorah gasped as Daenerys slipped his cock between her lips, the feeling of her hot, wet mouth almost too much to bear. He had told him all about this before, and he had known that he had wasted a long time.
What?
Jesus, this person is a... I don't want to use the R word. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. I'm sorry, because they can't write for shit.
Just say
Ridiculous?
We taught it.
Thank you. Jorah did all he could to last as long as he could with a hot mouth wrapped around his cock, but he could feel his end coming near. Suddenly, he spurted a length of cum.
His end was coming near?
Hey,
The
suddenly, he spurted a length of cum into her mouth, causing her to splutter and pull his cock from her mouth. The next shot sprayed across her face and mixed with the saliva on her chest.
Can the dragon
How is
please-
that fun for either of them?
That's what I'm going to say. Like, that sounds like so much work.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be freaking out if I was coming that much. I'd be like, where is this coming from?
My balls!
Turn it off, please. Someone help me.
It's not. Stop being.
I want some more, she exclaimed, standing up and turning around against the stall. I don't want some more. Wiggling her bum in his direction.
Her bum.
Bum, there we go.
So he's British.
Daenerys watched as Jorah's cock rose and hardened once more. Giggling under her breath, she reached back and peeled apart her ass cheeks, revealing her holes to her lover.
This is written. Yes. Yes, this is written by a guy.
Written by a guy who has no idea the female anatomy.
I don't think he's had sex yet.
Yeah, he's like, this is how
Wow,
it's. Yeah, they're pretty mild in this
Holes.
compared to what he thinks is sex. Yeah,
Holes. Spread cheeks.
continue. You want me to take over?
Yeah, let him.
We're almost done.
Let him go. I want to hear his.
He's skipping
his
over
take
the
on it.
really
Closing
gross
her
part.
eyes, she waited for his cock to
He
push
can't
past
let go of the wheel.
her sphincter and bury itself deep into her asshole.
Why?
She had never tried putting things in her ass, but her brother always said that anal was better than being fucked in the pussy. Her brother, who is another Targaryen, who probably was down to bang her because incest.
And does he have a pussies that he knows? Like there is one's better than the.
He
like,
whores her out in the beginning, so my guess is
He does.
he like trains her and says,
Season
"Let him
1.
fuck you in the butt instead of." Okay, anyway.
The show was pretty. Yeah, let's just say that
Right?
show was
You
a
know
little,
what I mean?
little much. Yeah.
All right, and she'd never tried putting anything in her ass, but okay, who was she to deny this?
Who is she to deny this?
Duh, her tight ass put up a lot of resistance, but eventually she began to cave in.
You gotta start sometime.
You got to start sometime.
Soon it'll be dragon.
His cock slipped right into her arse, causing
British.
her mouth to
Yeah.
fly open
Bum
in
and
sudden
arse, yeah.
pain and pleasure. Ugh, that sounds really just. It doesn't sound sexy. Pleasure began to flood her body as his cock reached new places in her body and hit new.
Body
Oh
in
my
the
God!
body.
And hit new levels of pleasure. This person, moaning loudly, she let him thrust into her groaning as he did. Her ass convulsing in spasming joy as Jorah neared his release.
Yeah,
Oh
someone-
man.
I feel bad. I'm cringing inside.
It's sad, right?
Yeah.
Like it's sad. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's almost
I'm
done, I
feeling
promise you.
mildly, majorly depressed.
Depressed. Oh, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
As someone who's very alone in their room
That
that
was
loves Game of Thrones.
exactly. That was amazing, Jorah exclaimed, his cock softening as he caught his breath. Daenerys stood up straight. Cum dripping down the inside of her leg from her gaping arse. Smiling, she realized she hadn't come yet. And she didn't eat. The two naked. Her hands dropped to her pussy, rubbing her clit. Yeah, it really was. She moaned, her fingers finishing the job on her slit and playing with her wet folds. That is.
Man, we need to vet these.
That was the
Yeah.
ending. That was the ending, and that was
Wonderful.
by fanfiction writer 101.
Fanfiction 101.
Wow,
Well,
the first.
Wow.
Guys, I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
Wow.
Fanfiction
Oh my
101. Make sure the girl comes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In your own fantasy, the girl didn't even finish.
Wow.
She didn't even finish in your own
Even in a
fantasy.
fantasy,
What a big
yeah.
fuck
That was a
you.
letdown.
Wow. Like, okay, let's start from over there.
Yeah.
With a rating system of 1 out of 5 bones or moans, depending on who
Oh,
you
wow.
talk to.
Yeah, what do you
rate this? Was it sexy?
Definitely not sexy. I think it started strong, especially with like the cold nipples or the wind, something
Very
like
good-
that.
yeah,
It
very
was a
good
little poetic.
setting.
It's like it felt like this might actually go somewhere, and then at the end it was just like
He got lazy.
he was just watching porn, and whatever he saw that was happening in the porn video, he translated right directly into
Yeah.
the story. I'll give it half a bone.
I like it. That's
I
a
don't wanna
pretty
go
fair
0.
assessment.
That's mean. But I'll give him a half for her. But
So
we're
like
guessing half.
out of 5, you're giving it a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jamie?
I mean, it takes a lot to write these sort of things mentally, and
Respects the process.
I feel knowing, physically. I respect the process. I do, Chris. I definitely do. But I am just utterly depressed. I thought I was gonna have a good day, And now I've got to go home and process this information. Like I've seen a dead body on the side of a road, and I may too have to go see a therapist.
Oh God, yeah.
Maybe you could give me the name of yours.
Yeah.
He's got a guy.
Yep, I do. He's in Beverly Hills. He works on a sliding scale. Yep.
Perfect. Well, I've got a story for him.
Yep.
I would give
Get
this.
the link so you can read it to him.
I would go a little higher than just half a bone. I would give it. I would give it 1.5 bones plus a little squirt of lube and maybe a tiny drop of pre-cum.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it.
yeah,
That's
pre-cum
also
too.
that's
That
also a
was,
very fair assessment. I'm gonna go with. Just gonna go with 1 bone, man. My coffee experience was better than that, man. Me running out and sweating and freaking out twice was better than that. I can't. That just bummed me out at the end when you're not even in your own dreams. You can, come on, my guy.
Maybe his one experience was not to, maybe.
I'm gonna give it a 1 for texture, and I'm gonna go raw dog on it. He don't even deserve the lube. That's 1 for me. Jane, what do you think? Well, we'll go this way. Sam.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I say this poor boy jerked off almost close to the end and then just finished the story.
Oh, like he busted a nut.
He was in the middle of writing this, and then
He was like, yeah, this is sexy.
No, it was like, right. No, finish.
Yeah.
Like it just, you're like, and that's it.
He became aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Of
just
what
sat
he's
there,
doing.
and he's like, I just got to finish it up anyway. So she finished herself.
Yeah.
I'm committed. I want to do. I got to be committed. So what? What is that? Is that a 0, 1?
I give it, I got to give it a 1. 1 out of 5.
Let's stick with that.
Yep.
Jane, tie it all up. The lady perspective.
Yeah.
Negative.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't even finish.
Didn't even finish.
So, but there was nothing sexy.
Was it a man or a woman
White
who
male.
wrote it?
Yeah. Gotta
A
be.
boy.
Yeah, like an 8th grader.
Yeah. The 8th grader.
Yeah.
So like just an 8th grade boy. Yeah, I go with just a guy.
I'm gonna go with some type of Korean robot that was like running erotic fan fiction through a machine, and like you said, translated this out and like
'cause
was
they hit like all the key words. Yeah,
exactly,
They didn't,
like
duplicate
each-
any of the
each
words.
phrase like
Yeah.
arse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arse.
So I think it was a fucking robot,
I can
but
see that.
but there you go.
An Irish robot.
Yeah.
That's our game corner right there. A little fan fiction.
yeah.
Woo! Give me some play out music. Let's wrap this up because your boy's about to crash. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Terrible.
guys. Great job, dudes. We're here at the end of it, man.
Nice.
I'm trying to think.
It's been a
Final
journey.
thoughts, man. Let's start over there, Chris. Any thoughts? How'd you like the show? How'd you think you did?
Final thoughts.
How do you think you did?
Yeah, you failed.
Well, it's definitely more talking than
How
I've
do you think
done.
you did?
How many
like in the
bones
last
do you
2
think you
months
got?
combined? I give myself, 3. I give myself 4 bones.
Yeah.
Very
Four
good,
bones
yeah.
out of
You're missing a
5.
bone, baby, because you're 5 bones all
just
the
because
way.
of the David Lynch impression, otherwise I'd be more like 3
shut
bones.
up.
But
That
I
thing
get an
was
extra
great.
bone for that.
Yeah.
I'm glad the coffee was delicious. Thank you for the coffee.
Thank you for coming by, man. We really appreciate
I
you
wish we had
taking the
water.
time.
Thanks for letting me talk about my laundry.
No, hey, that's what the rant corner's for.
Yeah.
And please, come back whenever you want, or you get the hankering, or you got a new project, or
Yeah.
whenever you guys get settled down.
gotta
and-
go
After we
back.
shoot Hometown Boys, I have to talk about what it was like playing the club.
I know.
Yeah. And hopefully you get kidnapped back, man. That's
Yeah, I might be kidnapped 5 more times between now and then too. Yeah.
Oh God.
Jamie, my
That's a
man.
good idea.
Thank you so much for coming back in, my dude. Especially after the last time. I'm just really happy you're
it
really
was such
close
a
to-
good episode.
It was great too.
Yeah.
It was
just
so
the
fun.
audio.
I
Yeah.
was
Whatever.
so bummed out.
so
that
fun.
We lost all that.
It
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
It happens.
But,
it's okay.
But we're happy and we're proud and to see
Yeah.
everything that's going down. And anytime you need help on it, you give us a call. And we're in there 100%.
Totally.
Plug anything to
Yeah. Instagram, drummer film guy.
drummer film guy.
Instagram, Hometown Boys Film.
Go out there, try
Just
and
a
help.
bunch of Instagrams. I have one for my dog.
If you can't donate, just go share. Go like
yeah,
the
no,
page,
if you can't donate, share it and just follow the page on the Seed and Spark. That's it.
Amen.
And I like this episode. This was good.
Good.
I feel like we got a lot of closure as a family.
That's what's important.
And I'm gonna call my mom after this and
And-
just let her know. let her know to watch this and really tune in.
I appreciate that. You let your mom know I almost died twice.
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yo, you're not going to be part of the
Like my
conversation.
And,
Don't worry.
My left arm is numb.
He left in the middle of the whole thing twice, Mom. Sam, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm glad we were able to redo this. Brian, please don't have an aneurysm. No, it went well. I'm happy. Thanks for coming by, guys. And thanks for having me help you guys out, or help you out with.
Oh my God, dude! I'm so grateful that you're part of this.
I mean, I just like being part of the process. I
Yeah.
love being there, even if I'm not doing.
You'll be part of the short too. So
Fuck yeah,
you may
man.
not. Yeah.
I'd love to come by. We'd love to come by and help.
Oh
out,
yeah, yeah.
Anything.
Got your backs, Jane.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Yeah.
Final thoughts. That's it. Hopefully, we get that fucking house.
I am. Yeah.
Get that house.
It's time to eat food.
All right, for me, guys. My final thoughts. Go ahead and play me a nice mellow beat. As always, thank you so much
changing up my fucking tunes.
Thank you so much for listening. If you even made it this far, sorry about the sabbatical. Turn that up on me. I'm gonna close with this Isaiah 10, guys.
Man.
And,
You just flipped to the exact page. You just
Yeah,
do
you
it.
just flip randomly to the exact page.
This is a little experiment, all right, that I've been working on. As always, guys, thank you so much. We love you. Take a little LSD. Love each other. Stay safe. And dream the dream of 1,000 dreams.
Oh.
Here we go. I love doing this. It makes me laugh.
Oh God.
Every time I do this.
It's happening.
All right, here we go. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that writing grievously, which they've prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the rights from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless each and every day. And what will ye do in the ye days of visitation and desolation, which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave for your glory? Without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain, my mane. For all of his anger is not turned away, but his hands are stretched out to this day, and stay still.
Wow.
Amen to that.
Wow.